yeah.
Hey Keith, in South Dakota I had my own well. I had a 30-inch culvert go down in the ground, less than 40 inches deep, put my shallow well pump down there, put heat tape around the head and everything, and then put the lid on it, but I packed it with a little bit of foam. It never froze at 25 below.
Yeah. We'll work that out, but I do think areas north of town are going to be growing in coming years. There's some very nice home sites out that way. I think undoubtedly there'll be more and more. We need to be able to provide water out there that won't do more than drift. So we do need a permanent fix.
Yeah.
If we can afford it at all. Okay, thanks, Doug. Is there anything else, Doug?
No.
Okay. Doug keeps me informed. He's stopped by the office, and well, I know he's trying his best to get this done. So, and she's got a real problem. We want to be sensitive to her.
Yeah.
It's a bad deal. Okay. We have some employee evaluations. I have them here. We've done nothing. They're not in the permanent file. What do we need to do to? They need to be signed by the employee, right?
Yeah, if you're done with them.
And they haven't been done. They were turned in to us. We haven't signed off on them. This just needs to be finalized. It's been
What do you mean they haven't been turned into you?
hanging out there, and they're all good reports, but we just need to get them in their employee file to make a permanent record. And Doug got his turned in. Barker did.
Have you met with these folks already on this stuff?
Yeah.
Have you met with them and talked to them about what? Okay. If you've already met with them, I mean, either, you know, ask them to, if you've already met with them and discussed the information, or their supervisor has, then just ask them to sign off and
Yeah.
put it in a permanent file.
Okay.
Come in the office and sign and put them in, John, so you should
Just
have.
have them sign right here and
Right.
date it, then you sign them down here, and then she can file it away there.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a place for the president and the employee.
Yeah. Okay, I'll sign them after the super, you will.
No, it was done this year, you need to sign them.
If they want to come in this week and do that. There's no bad reports, it's just we need to finish that part of it up. And I'm certainly hopeful that after the first year you'll schedule a time to work on the employee handbook.
Yeah, we have that hanging out.
Yeah.
But I think that's not gonna be at one of these meetings. I think it's gonna be at a work meeting where you
Yeah.
can have not interruption and not have other things that you have to do. Just have to.
And then when it's finalized, it'll be kind of an open meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, but you'll have to notice at the other meeting, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, you can't have all the distraction. You really gotta be able to put.
There's a truck full of trash bags sat down on the street. Take a look at it. Been there 4 days now, so whatever. They're piled up to here. They keep getting higher every day. So
Here on says spring.
you know where it's at.
Not at my mom's house.
No, these folks have been, anyway.
Hey John, two months ago I asked you guys to do something about the dumpster on Sycamore Street.
I too have asked about that. It's apparently not illegal.
It's got trash in it now.
I think it is illegal, but then I'm not a cop.
Yeah, it's not against the ordinance, however, it does need something on it to be reflective. It's certainly not against the ordinance, though.
My opinion is a safety violation.
I agree. I know I tried to make contact with her several times. My understanding was that she was on travel. I guess she travels.
She travels a lot, I do know that.
Yeah.
But you're right, it's a bad set. Kid can come in there and hit it with a bike, he can break an arm, or,
Yeah.
Well, I don't care if she moves it back in the alleyway. Just get it out of the road.
it's just a bad deal. But people are allowed to do stuff like that.
I can see she's been paying, her light bill. She's
Yeah.
getting a bill somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
For
here,
dumpsters.
it hasn't been filled with trash, okay? It's just been cardboard boxes and stuff from when she cleaned out the house. Now it's starting to get garbage in it, and it's been sitting there for almost 2 months with garbage in it.
I imagine folks go by and just.
Oh, yeah, they probably do.
Well, I don't think it's other people's, I think it's hers.
And
You
you
know?
can call it, and why isn't it a nuisance if that's the case, if it's sitting a big dumpster full of trash?
Well, it wasn't a big dumpster full of trash. It was just a big dumpster that was set there when she was renovating, I believe it's her house behind her.
Right.
And that's what it was there for. But there hadn't been an activity as far as in the way of renovations for a while. Now, I know in the last few months anyway, there hadn't been anything.
They sat there 2 years.
It just, yeah,
Or close to
Well,
it.
it's been there a year. I got pictures of it from last
yeah,
homecoming.
yeah. But there wasn't trash in it before.
Right.
So, and like I said, I don't know if she was planning on it. Again, I tried to make contact with her several times, but no avail.
Can we send her a registered letter?
Absolutely.
I mean, if under our nuisance ordinance, I think it's sitting there, it's got trash, and it can.
Well,
and it can cause
because it has
violence and
trash
that kind
now,
of thing.
yes. But as before, no.
There's a real interesting situation developing across the street from me, but,
Yes, there is.
I guess that's legal too. It looks like pathetic, but,
I agree. Should have a door on there, I agree.
How many residences are open?
I don't know.
641.
No, there's 650 you said, right? About?
That's the number that's usually used, yeah.
The number of
Yeah, that's the
households,
number of
bills.
utility bills.
Yeah.
But the Odon census said 1365.
I'd like to just say something. Have we thought about maybe going over here to the park or going out to the fire station somewhere and putting a nice big gravel pad out there? Something where we could park 4 dumpsters. And you take your bag out there and I take my bag out there, and you're gonna bill everybody $2 a month. And have the trash company guy come in and pick it up.
Yeah.
That's just gonna do my mind the other day.
That's assuming that you'll take yours down there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will too.
Yeah, and it's
These people won't,
$2 a month.
yeah, they just won't.
No, and so will everybody else from
Exactly.
outside the county, we don't
And-
have
and-
control.
You know,
The recycle
and there's a
bin.
big conflict I mean, there's not a conflict so much in what a nuisance is, but you gotta understand, you know, what John, and myself included, might deem as, that looks like garbage in front of your yard. Well, you know, I think it's disgusting to stick a recliner on your front porch. You know what I mean? It doesn't belong there, you know, in my opinion.
That just went through my mind.
You know, is it illegal?
And just collect something like
You know, I mean,
Well, Vernon, there's already a dumpster over by the senior center, okay? And they're complaining that somebody else is throwing their trash in there, and they have to pay that bill.
Right, that's what
It happens all the
it
time.
happens all the
Well,
time.
I know the
Christian church down
recycling,
there.
Exactly.
the recycling center is dumping
Right.
their
I
trash
recommend-
into the community building
I recommend
because
everybody use
we get
Christian
8.
church, cause it's handy, it's right there. Meeting to adjourn or what?
Hey, John, I got one more question.
Hang on.
Okay.
One more question. What have you guys decided about, just like me? I've got a dumpster to mill. And I'm paying dumpster fee.
Yeah, we understand that. We're gonna look at the bids, we're gonna study the whole thing and, you know, no one may want to bid on this town. I wouldn't blame if they didn't want.
Have you figured out what you're gonna charge the customers as far as administrative
As I
costs?
said, we have no idea what, you don't know as much about it as anybody else. No, that'll all have to be analyzed.
I mean, Beth's the one that's gotta figure out how much time it's gonna take her to,
Yeah.
to do
As
it.
we discussed a while ago, Beth's been extremely busy on more important stuff.
Yeah.
Right, I agree, you know.
And that, of course, would come back to how much importance you place on this situation. So, yeah, you just have to figure all the costs. And as I said, one more time for everybody, if it costs more, I won't be for it. There are lots of people here gonna save money. Some are gonna pay more, but there's hundreds of people that are paying 16, 18 bucks a month are gonna save money. And that's, you know, that's the bottom line. And,
Well, I'm always gonna pay more, cause I'm never gonna bag my trash.
well, whatever.
You know.
Tom, you have a comment?
No, my comment was the same thing, John. I mean, Will, I don't know. And if we can't get people to bid on it, you know, I mean, are we spinning our wheels? I don't know the answer to all that. All I know is that we've got a problem, it's gonna continue to be a problem unless we try to do something. And right now, it's like pulling teeth to try to get anything done. So, no, I don't have a comment.
I'll tell you,
What was that?
I will add just one more comment. Since this discussion has been on the table, since we've been talking about trash, people are starting to pick up trash better than they used to.
Well, let's
Just
keep
what
talking
we're
about
talking
it then.
Yeah, we should care.
Yeah, let's keep talking about it.
Raise the awareness of it.
Keep putting it in the paper, John.
I can't imagine folks out there not understanding that trash in their front yard probably irritates their neighbor, but
They don't care.
maybe they don't understand this. I don't know.
I get on my neighbor's cases, but
Appreciate your input and participation.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I won't have me to beat around on that part. Just coming right here.
What time?
Have a good night.